like a champion. Didn't he win the Olympics also? So this coach is something because they won 11, think of this, they won 11 out of the last 13 years. That makes him, you know, that's like John Wooden stuff. That's incredible. That's incredible. So congratulate him. But I did that for John and the whole group. And that's, to me, it's, you know, I'm into sports. I love sports. When you think of 11, but I looked at these guys, I had them up. I brought them up the days the place was packed. That arena was packed. And we could have packed it 5 times if we wanted to. If we had a bigger arena, it would have been, it didn't matter. But I had them up. And I'm looking at these muscles, they're bulging all over the place. You know, they're the best wrestlers in the country, all the top champions. And many of them were the individual champions. And I said to the audience, these may be the only people in this room that could take the illegal migrants in a fight. Outside of this little group of 10 people that I have up here, we're in trouble. In fact, I tried to recruit them for ICE, but they have other plans. I tried to recruit them. Did you know that? I said, come on, how would you like to be a member of ICE? We need you, because ICE is incredible. ICE goes into a pack of MS-13s, fists flying. I mean, somebody's got to do it. It's a nasty job, but they love it. They love the country. And Lloyd Smucker, I want to thank you very much. Great guy. These are all great. I also want to recognize our great Amish community. Where are they? The Amish community, you know? They're a church. I love them. I trust their vote. They are the most, and you know what? They say, I mean, you tell me, this is the first time they've ever been involved. They've got on their horse and buggies, right? They don't do machinery, but they made an exception that they're able to come, and they're coming to one of the rallies, and they made an exception where they can go, but they can't drive. And I'll tell you about them. I had a barn to build, and I went out to bid, and I got all these crazy bids for a lot of money, and they bid for like 1/3 the price. They built a big barn, substantial, out to the cameras and as wide, almost like to the cameras and as wide, big barn, at one of my clubs. 3 days. And they didn't use nails because they're not allowed to use metal or something. Sarah, 3 days, and the barn is gorgeous. I keep saying, I want to build another barn. I'll make a good deal with these. No, they came in, they took the wood from another location and the horse and buggies, and I never saw anything like it. These are unbelievable people. 3 days. Oh, is that the head of Truth? The head of Truth Social. Hey, that's a hot stock. What's going on with that stock? What the hell? Devin Nunes. You know, he was a great congressman. Everybody respected him so much, and he was tough as hell. He said, sir, you know, there was a man, they said, and this is what we need in our country. When Shifty Schiff and Crooked Hillary and all these people, this absolute sleaze, when they came up with the Russia, Russia, Russia hoax, you know, it never existed. It was supposed to be a one-day statement. That was their reason. Why did you lose? Because I was given a 3% chance of winning. And remember, as the evening went along, was that the greatest? You know what? We can have a better evening in 2 days if you get out and vote. We can have, Danica, we can have a better evening. This is better than winning the Daytona. This is Daytona times 1,000. But no, we can have, but I heard there's a young congressman down in the basement of the White House. He said, who the hell is it? His name is Devin Nunes. What the hell is he doing down there? He doesn't believe the Russia story, and he's going through all of the records. He was down there for months. No, this guy is like, if he clamps in on you, you have a problem. And he went for months with a couple of your good friends, right? Lakesh and some of your friends, but they spent months at the bottom of the White House and the basements of other buildings. I said, what the hell are they doing here? And then one day I made a mistake. I said, I'd like to meet him. He came up, he shook my hand, and then he went off and he went, I literally we didn't even sit down, right? But because he shook my hand, they said, he's in a conspiracy with the president. No, I didn't even know him. I had no idea who the hell he was. All I know is and he figured out the Russia thing was a total hoax. And he was the expert. And it was a total hoax. It was a made-up story. And anyway, when he left Congress, I said, I'm doing Truth because I had hundreds of millions of followers between Facebook, Instagram, hundreds of millions, like at the top. I had all of them, and Instagram, and nobody had what I had, I think. I don't think anybody. And I went from hundreds of millions of followers to nothing. They took it away. For no reason, they took it away. And I said, I have to figure this out. So I said, all right. I started doing press releases, Save America, and they were very successful, but it was a press release, but they were like hot. And we were developing this new thing. And they said, what are we going to name it? I said, and we ideally get 5 letters. And they had all these fancy names. Usually, a lot of them started with an X in front because it was hot. And they couldn't come up with a name. I said, what about Truth? Sir, he didn't say this, somebody. Sir, you'll never be able to get Truth. It's impossible to get Truth, sir. Why? It's very generic. It's very this. Sir, it's already taken. Why do you say? Because there's no way you could get it. It's 5 letters, right? I said, yeah, but it's 5. Sir, you won't be able to get it. I'm sure it's taken. Check. Go check. Go check. Comes back 20 minutes later. Sir, you just bought the name Truth for $2,000, right? Right? You just bought the name Truth. Truth Social. And it's been great. But lately, it's on fire. What the hell are you doing, Devin? I made $7 billion last week. What was it up? $10 billion. No, $10 billion. So I can't get angry and say he's doing a bad job, right? I don't know, but I'm proud of you. But, much more importantly, I didn't do it for the money. I did it because, think of it. This is so cool. A friend of mine said, great guy. He said, this guy, he gets banned from Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. I was on all 3. I had over 200 million, whatever the hell you call them, right? I got banned. I went from being they banned me. My enemies banned me. And this guy came up with this great theory. He said, think of it. They ban him. They disgrace him. And he has no choice. He goes and opens his own platform, and now the suckers picked up $10 billion. They forced me into building a $10 billion. I was forced, right? That's pretty cool. Who would think that way? The guy that I'm talking about is a very sick person, but he is smart. But in conclusion, I hope you've enjoyed this, because I'm only doing this one time. I'm only doing this one time. I'm going to promise, because I'm sure I'm very late for my next rally. I'm sure they're all waiting for me. But this is the kind of thing I should only have to say once. And when they say, he gave a long and rambling speech, no. Say, it was brilliant. Please say that. Nobody else could do it. It was brilliant. In conclusion, with your vote on Tuesday, we are going to fire Lion Kamala, and we're going to save America. We're going to cut your taxes, end inflation, slash your prices, raise your wages, and bring thousands of factories back to America and back to the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania. Oh, you know what's nice? Look. I'm trying to tell them, because these guys are so crooked. They're worse. They're worse than crooked Hillary, which is hard. But look, everybody's standing. Do you know what that's a sign of respect. Everybody's standing. So when they say, he gave a long and rambling speech, let them know that before the end of the speech, by a little bit, everybody stood, because they heard the truth today. They heard the truth, just like Truth Social. They heard the truth. Again, the word truth. We will build American, we will buy American, and we will hire America. We want to hire people. It's time, right? It's time to put America first, isn't it? I will end the war in Ukraine. Would have never started if I were president. It would have never, zero chance. I said, Vladimir, don't even think about it. Zero chance. I will stop the chaos in the Middle East. That would have never happened. October 7th, Iran was broke. They were stone cold broke. They had no money for Hezbollah. They had no money for Hamas. They had no money for anything. They were broke. Do you know, in 4 years, I had no terrorism. Can you imagine? And I stopped. I had no wars also. I did, other than I inherited ISIS, and I knocked out in a short period of time, a few weeks, 100% of the ISIS caliphate. And these idiots like Kelly and Mattis and stupid Milley, he's so stupid. They said it was going to take 5 years, and I did it in a few weeks. That's why I went to Iraq. I said, General, and I met a real general, and our military is great. He knocked him. He said, sir, I'd attack him the following way. I'd attack him from the left and from the right. I'd attack him from underneath if we have to. Well, how long will it take? I'd say 4 weeks, sir. What I was told, 5 years in Washington by the stupid people. Anyway, but we have real, and don't worry about them being woke. You could put them in a woke cage for 2 years and they'd come out fighting. They're not going woke. The guys, those few guys on top are woke. And by the way, every one of those guys should have been fired for what happened in Afghanistan. Every one of those guys. He doesn't fire anybody. I fire Kelly. I love firing that stupid guy. But you know what happens when you fire him? If you're me, they go out in the Times and all these people, they go, how would you like to write a book about how bad Trump is? That's what happens. When you fire people, no matter how you do it, nicely or not, when you fire them, they end up writing books, and they lie in those books. They tell you, like stupid Bolton, he's one of the dumber people I met, but he was great for me because every time I walked into a foreign leader's office or the foreign leaders came to see me, including Kim Jong-un of North Korea, where you had no problem. That was supposed to be a war. You had no problem. But when I had this dumb guy, Bolton, he got Bush involved with, destroying the Middle East, right? They attacked the Middle East and spent $9 trillion, killed millions of people on both sides. Millions, because I include the other side too. Millions and millions of people. They got nothing. They came back. And I said, don't go in, but if you're going to go in, keep the oil at least. You got to keep something. They didn't keep the oil. And Iraq now has $400 billion in oil money in our banks. Can you imagine how stupid these people are? But Bolton was great. He would never talk, but he was with that stupid face and the mustache. And he'd sit back behind me, and I'd tell guys like Putin, listen, Vladimir, we have to do this, we have to do that. And he's looking over my shoulder at that dumb son of a bitch. He's going to say, they're going to blow the crap out of us. So he was a great guy. But ultimately, he self-destructed, as many of them do. But I will prevent World War III. I know them all. We're very close to a world war right now. With these people that we have, these low IQ people that we have right now, we don't even know who it is. So Putin, he's probably saying to himself, who the hell's running that place? It's like, it's the United States of America. We have other countries saying, who the hell is running the United States of America? Does anybody know? Who do we speak to? I don't think he just said Obama. That's right. No, I don't give Obama that much credit, actually, because I don't think it's Obama. No, Obama likes to play golf. He plays more golf than any human being. But we'll crush violent crime and give our police the support and protection and resources and respect that they so dearly deserve. We will strengthen and modernize our military. We'll build a missile defense shield. Why shouldn't we have one? Our technology, whether you like it or not. And it's all going to be made in the USA. It's going to be made right here, too, in the great Commonwealth. We will rebuild our cities, including our capital in Washington, D.C., which is a disgusting mess with graffiti all over that beautiful marble. Those beautiful marble columns, those magnificent columns, that's what we knew how to do things. We put them up. You almost say, how did they ever get them there before tractors, before they had Caterpillar. How did they get them there? But they were brilliant. And they have graffiti on them and lots of other things. And we're going to clean up our Capitol, make it beautiful, make it safe, so that when you go there, you don't get shot. It's so badly run. We will teach our children to love our country, to honor our history, and to always respect our great American flag. We will get critical race theory and transgender insanity the hell out of our schools and fair. And we will keep men out of women's sports. I will defend religious liberty. I will restore free speech, and I will defend the right to keep and bear arms, our Second Amendment. Is that Kelly? Is that Kelly? Hi, it's Kelly. Another great person, but doesn't matter. Right in the middle of my closing, I see somebody that I felt I had to introduce. After years of building up foreign nations, defending foreign borders, and protecting foreign lands, we are finally going to build up our nation. We're going to defend our borders, and we're going to protect our citizens and our lands. We're going to protect our land. And we will stop illegal immigration and these massive numbers of killers and drug dealers that are coming into our country. We're going to stop them cold. And we want people to come into our country, but we want them to come in legally. We will not be invaded. We will not be occupied. We will not be overrun. We will not be conquered. We're being conquered, just as though it were an army. We will be a free and proud nation once again. Everyone will prosper, every family will thrive, and every day will be filled with opportunity and hope and filled with the American dream. But for that to happen, we must defeat Kamala Harris and stop her radical left agenda. She destroyed San Francisco. We're not going to let her destroy our country. And we want a landslide that's too big to rig. And I think that can happen. I mean, I'm seeing all these close polls. Oh, he's leading by a half a point. He's leading by a point, right? I don't know. I think the enthusiasm, that's one thing. The level of enthusiasm for the Trump voters is more than double the enthusiasm for this person that nobody ever heard of. You need to get out and vote. It's very simple. And again, I don't want your money. I don't want anything. I just want you to go vote. We're going to turn this thing around. For the past 9 years, we've been fighting against the most sinister and corrupt forces anywhere on earth. With your vote in this election, you can show them once and for all that this nation does not belong to them. This nation belongs to you. It does. It belongs to you. It was hardworking patriots like you who built this country. And 2 days from now, it is hardworking patriots like you who are going to save our country. After all we have been through together, we stand on the verge of the 4 greatest years in American history. That's what's going to happen. You watch. It's going to happen quickly. It's going to happen very quickly. With your help from now until Election Day, we will restore America's promise and we will take back the nation that we all love. We are one people, one family, and one glorious nation under God. We will never give in, we will never give up, and we will never, ever back down. We will never surrender. Together, we will fight, 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 and win, win, win. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to win. We're going to turn it around. We're going to turn it around, and it's going to happen fast. November 5th will be the most important day in the history of our country, and together we will make America powerful again. We will make America wealthy again. We will make America healthy again. We will make America strong again. We will make America proud again. We will make America safe again. And we will make America great again. Thank you very much. God bless you. Thank you, Pennsylvania. Go vote. Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you.
yourself off the ground. I said, young man, 'cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be unhappy, young man. There's a place you can go. I said, young man, when you're short on your dough, you can stay there. And I'm sure you will find many ways to have a good time. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man, are you listening to me? I said, young man, what do you want to be? I said, young man, you can make real your dreams, but you got to know this one thing. No man does it all by himself. I said, young man, put your pride on the shelf and just go there to the YMCA. I'm sure they can help you today. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. They have everything for your men to enjoy. You can hang out with all the boys. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. It's fun to stay at the YMCA. You can get yourself clean. You can have a good meal. You can do whatever you feel. Young man, I was once in your shoes. I said,